be educated, but I'm so frustrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset Channel. We're going to try this again. What if? It's 2010 and Michael Jackson has gotten out of the hospital, getting back on his feet, and get ready to go on his tour, This Is It tour, that he was supposed to go on to before he had his little mishap and had to spend some time in the hospital. Oh yes, I know that's an alternative reality, but that's what this series is about. What if Mike got out of the hospital, got back on the road and did his tour and had all the successes all the way up until 2025? What if Michael Jackson was still here today in 2025? He'd be a little bit older, a little bit more gray. His moonwalk wouldn't look so smooth, but he would be here. Man, the world is missing some talent these days, man. We're losing some of the great ones, and we lost Michael Jackson in 2009. But I'm sitting around thinking, like, what would he have faced between 2009 until 2025? What would be some of his challenges? What would be some of the songs that he put out? That's what this is all about. D-Man's going to take you to that alternative reality again and see what Michael probably did from 2009 to 2025. Indulge us and go with us in this fantasy.
Imagine this, Michael Jackson is alive and well in 2025. But how is that possible? What if the king of pop never passed away on June 25th, 2009? What if he had overcome the struggles that led to his untimely death and continued his journey of innovation, reinvention, and influence well into today? In this segment of What If Stories, we're diving deep into an alternate reality where Michael Jackson didn't die that fateful summer day, but instead went on to live, thrive, and create all the way to 2025. Let's imagine his journey, his legacy, and his life as it could have been. It was one of those days the world stood still. Fans around the globe mourned his loss. But what if that day had been just another chapter in his remarkable story instead of the end? Imagine that Michael, at age 50, took a step back from the chaotic pressures of fame. After a health scare, he would have sought out the best medical care and surrounded himself with a stronger support system, including his family and closest confidants. Michael would have found a way through his personal plights, but Michael's voice was never silent in times of crisis for others. Imagine his influence during key moments in history, like the 2010 earthquake in Haiti. You could imagine a We Are the World type charity single would have been written and performed by Michael alongside global artists, which could have raised millions. And imagine later that year, Michael would have finally made that triumphant return in the tour he called This Is It. But at 51, and with everything happening, that would have probably become too much exhausting global travel to handle. So imagine somewhere in there, he would have simplified it by using technology, such as performing on streaming platforms like Spotify and YouTube, which was still new on the scene, and would now have probably become his new stage. Imagine that Michael Jackson virtual concert experience, pioneering yet another trend in the industry. By 2013, the issues of racial inequality and police brutality were already central to Michael's music and public persona, particularly in songs like They Don't Care About Us. So we can assume he might have been an outspoken supporter of the BLM movement, using his music to address racial injustice and releasing anthems that echoed the sentiment. Imagine if Michael would have been here longer, his children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, would have grown up differently with their father present. He'd likely encourage them to explore their artistic paths, working with them on musical or film projects. Paris, already a musician and actress, might have gotten a chance to co-star in a Netflix series alongside her father, a modern-day pop dynasty. A Super Bowl comeback. The last time we saw Michael perform in one of these shows was 1993. But picture this, say it's 2016, and instead of Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars performing at the Super Bowl halftime show, imagine it featuring a 57-year-old Michael Jackson and his brothers. The Jackson 5 blending nostalgia with futuristic performance art. His set would include augmented reality and reimagined versions of his classics, proving that even years later, as older men, he and the Jacksons remained the kings of pop. His collaborations with younger artists, from Beyoncé to Bruno Mars, would have redefined the pop landscape. And let's not forget Janet Jackson. The siblings' bond might have reignited their onstage chemistry. Imagine a joint Michael and Janet Jackson tour in 2018, celebrating their iconic legacies while introducing new material. And during the rise of LGBTQ+ advocacy, Michael, long a symbol of acceptance and love, might have participated in Pride events, giving emotional support to the community with songs of unity and understanding. In the advent of the digital era, and as social media exploded, Michael would have embraced platforms like TikTok and Instagram. His viral dance challenges and heartfelt posts connecting with fans would have kept him relevant and beloved by younger generations. In this alternate reality, Neverland Ranch would have undergone a transformation. No longer a controversial symbol, Michael could have converted it into a haven for underprivileged children or a music academy for young talent. And of course, Michael wouldn't stop being an advocate for children's rights and environmental causes. Imagine him traveling the world, not only as an entertainer, but as a humanitarian, leaving a legacy far greater than music. The COVID-19 pandemic began in late 2019 and gained global attention in early 2020. Imagine if Michael Jackson was alive during this crisis unlike anything experienced in recent history, offering him an opportunity to make a profound impact. It's easy to imagine him using his platform to promote unity and hope, perhaps through virtual performances or new music addressing the struggles of the time. Michael might have also contributed to relief efforts, raising funds for frontline workers or advocating for public health measures, all while likely being very cautious himself, given his well-known concern for health and safety. As for his beloved chimpanzee, Bubbles, Michael might have worked with animal sanctuaries to ensure his care in later years, publicly supporting wildlife conservation. What about love? Perhaps Michael would have found a lasting partner later in life, someone who appreciated his artistic brilliance and supported his personal growth. Speculations would abound, but Michael, ever private, would share only glimpses of his happiness through his art. In this reality, Michael Jackson didn't just survive, he thrived. His influence extended far beyond music, impacting technology, philanthropy, and global culture. He taught us how to heal, how to dream, and most importantly, how to believe in a better world. So, what would Michael Jackson look like in 2025? Picture a man who's older, wiser, but still brimming with creativity. Imagine his signature style evolving while staying true to his essence, the fedora, the glove, the effortless charisma. In this imagined reality, Michael Jackson is more than the king of pop. He is a force of nature, a timeless innovator, and a beacon of hope for millions. What do you think Michael's journey might have looked like? What if he had never passed and was still with us today? Yeah, what if? Well, honestly, Michael has left enough stuff for the next 100 generations to know who he was, and so many can easily get to know him personally. Therefore, I would say, Michael and his greatness never went anywhere. You can say he was just turned off for a minute until the next person turns him back on when they tune into one of his great hit songs or videos. But what if? All right, Mr. Mindset, back to reality in a Michael-less world.
Yeah, man. We are missing Michael in 2025. We just lost his brother Tito a few months back and stuff like that. And we're losing the great ones. We lost Sam from Sam and Dave the other day, and it just goes to show us life is pretty short and nothing's promised to anyone. But we do have the memories, and we do have the alternate reality with a little bit of help from AI. I hope you're enjoying these type of things, man, and look out for the next one. What if? And that's only on the Music Mindset channel with Mr. Mindset and Mr. V-Man. Thanks, guys. I'll check you later. I appreciate you all.